support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go to the ground. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot.
Oh, he dropped it! And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That's caught. It's Coleman. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. So the old lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Sexton. Picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it pushed down at the 39.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The screen, and watch out. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you're seeing from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They look pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical third down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on third and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a fourth down, and this might be a passing situation.
The Ducks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Sexton. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. He's looking to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finds his man. It's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. Then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Got enough space, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive team.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt.
Returner goes out of bounds.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Sexton. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Now on 3rd down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Pulls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. They'll give it to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Pressure coming. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
42, Spider.
Back to throw, it's Hammond. Makes the grab right on the sideline, but he's out of bounds, and they're going to lose yardage. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hungry.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running it to the right. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sexton. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. The 20. He's at the 10. Cut. Goes upstairs. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up 14 over Minnesota. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Sexton. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Power football with the run. Got it inside the... Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He might want another play. Direct snap. There's a live football. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Got it.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. To throw, it's Sexton. Makes the catch. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Forced out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And, man, that is a great tackle, man. Your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Swings it out to his running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Ducks in the hurry up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Oregon! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! These 2 guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Goes to the option. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hammond. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Just feeds the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Connection to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.